Hi everyone, Leslie Jackson here. I wanted to show you how opportunities and your buyer and seller guides connect within the KW mobile app as well as in Command. So I know some of you were wondering about this, and like we had mentioned before a long time ago, is that when we begin to build out these opportunities throughout our pipeline, what we're really doing, you guys, is we're actually creating the step-by-step process on how we literally bring a lead into our life, into our business, and then also how do we bring them through the transaction cycle. So truly, what is the consumer life cycle look like? And for everyone, it may look different, but where we do find similarities is within the transaction management piece. However, we all lead gen differently, we all follow up differently, and so those pieces are very subjective and also very customizable within Command, which is pretty awesome. So if I had any opportunities, they're going to show up here with the amount of opportunities that I have. And also, if I were to click on active, I'm going to just simply point out, if you haven't done this yet, what you could do is you can actually create custom phases within this stage of active. So for example, this is the listing side of active, all right? I'm going to come up here and click Edit Stages. Now you'll see that I have built out some different phases within this stage, and I've added actually checklists. So you'll see I have 10 things to do here for the Coming Soon campaign. I have about 13, wow, 13 things to do here, and so on and so forth. So if you don't have these checklists set up, what I highly suggest is for you to do that by clicking on this pencil over here to the right-hand side of my screen. I'm going to come in and type in my name of the phase. So this is a Coming Soon campaign. I'll click Save. Oh, and by the way, this is the probability of what will happen next with this lead, okay? So the probability of them going from coming soon to the showing process is about 50%. So I'll click Save. Now, in order to add a checklist, for now, you'll see on your screen 0 out of 0 if you haven't done this. On my screen, you'll see 0 out of 10. So I'm going to click on this, and I'll simply come in and select Add Item. And that's it. I add whatever I need to do and click Save. And as I continue to add these to-do lists, I could put them in any order that I like. And if I want to change them, I'll just drag and drop them, right? Okay, so that's how you create a checklist. Now, here's where the really cool part is. As we've learned through the KW mobile app, I'm going to go and show you just what the buyer guides look like and the selling guides look like by going to the guide builder. So first thing, I went to consumer, and next is going to the guide builder. Now, we could come in here and edit these from here by using that handy dandy pencil. I can use what they have curated for me, or I'm going to actually come in here and build it out myself. I can add my own photos, I could add my own description. I can click on the tab as that pops out. I could add and add my photos and describe there. Also wanted to point out that I could put this in any order. All right, so this is one way to, curate these guides, but also wanted just to be really clear here is that whatever you put in these guides is what your consumer will see on their KW mobile app. So if you were to log in into your KW mobile app as a consumer, you'll see at the very bottom that there are guides, and those guides will be for the buy side or the sell side. And so if they were to go in and click on selling, they're going to see exactly what you have put in here on their mobile app. Now, here comes where I say be really clear on what your step-by-step process looks like, because in opportunities, as we know, we have to have a step-by-step process in order to maintain our value proposition of our business. And what that looks like in these stages is going to be different for everyone. So I've always liked using the active stage for an example. So let's say this is a listing. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to click on this listing here. So I'm going to click on this listing. Here we go. It's going to pop up my opportunity, all the details that we need to know. Now I'm going to click on seller profile. So here is an example of how the seller, this my seller profile says not registered with consumer platform. Okay, so your client, in order to be in sync with their step-by-step process, they will have to be registered with the KW Consumer app and completely, create a login. So they have to create a login. They have to assign you as their agent. And once they assign you as their agent, then they will see what you have curated for them through their seller guide. So great example of when they're not registered for your KW mobile app inside their opportunity. Let's go back and I'll show you another example of what it actually looks like when they are registered in your KW mobile app. So I'm going to click on this guy and I'm going to click on again, seller profile. Here you go. So app association, registered with consumer platform. And right now I'm on step of 1, showing your home. So from here, I can come in and click on manage guide. So see how it shows up on my side here? So this is a great way to be in sync with what's happening inside your opportunities and also your seller's guide and your buyer's guide. To make it as simple and seamless as possible, I highly suggest to make these two things, the opportunity side and the guide builder, the exact same step-by-step process so both you and your consumer could be on the same page. I like to call this getting rid of the 3 a.m. or 9 p.m. phone call, right? Hopefully nobody's calling you at 3 a.m. or 9 p.m. because let's face it, folks, I am asleep by then. All right, so again, great way to save yourself some time, be really efficient and effective with your business model and showing the value proposition to your client every single step of the way. Super cool, right? All right, you guys, this is Leslie Jackson coming at you. Thanks again for watching. Reach out if you have any questions.